Hey everyone, Miss J 1973, or Jan, my real name. Well, here's a cool detector today that I got from a friend of mine. This was a real surprise, actually. I actually knew he was bringing over some form of a detector. He said he found one in a motor home, that he's a trailer motor home that he's dismantling. And he found this detector in the on the ceiling. He knows that I collect smoke detectors, and I've known this friend of mine. I've known him for about 28 years. So, he found this, but I wasn't sure what alarm it was. He just says it was from the 80s, and it was pretty cool looking. And again, he knows I collect detectors. So, but I wasn't sure, again, what kind of detector he was bringing. So, but this is what he brought over. It's a very rare model. I'll show you. And it's called, I found out, I wasn't sure, this is a very rare Firex. It's, I think it's the rare version of the FXB1A, or FXB. Please, if I'm mistaken, this is the rare form, but this is the FX-830, and it's rare. It has a white test button instead of a clear one. And I'm going to say it's from about I think it's about from 1985. I don't know how long it's been. He says this motor home that he is taking apart is about 40 years old, and it's probably been up there in the length of time that the motor home was there. So it might be between 35 and 40 years old, which would put it between 1988. It would be about I would say about 1985, maybe 1988, between 88 and 85. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But again, it didn't come with a bracket or anything. And the battery's hanging out for a reason, because the test button on this is will not work. I try what he did tonight earlier. There's an issue with the test button. I don't know if you can see it in here, but when I push it down, I don't know what it is. He actually tested it with a butter knife and got it to work. I saw him do that earlier. I tried to do it and I couldn't successfully get it to make a sound, but I don't know. Let me see. You can see when I push it down. He says he's got kind of tools that can fix this. If it doesn't work, if he can't get it working, that's fine. It does work. Good news is it does work with the test spray method. So, and again, even when I push it down, push the test button, I can feel something isn't right. But again, it is an old unit. It's 35 years, probably been on the ceiling of this motorhome for 35 years, so something's got to give, right? And it was a little dirtier when I got it. I cleaned it up a little. You can still see that it's yellowed, but there you go. And there's no label or anything on the back. I'm going to put the battery in it properly. Hold on. Now this does work with smoke spray. I tested it, which is good. So I just got the battery in, you can see. But it had no label on the back, and it's still a bit dirty on the back. And actually, it's funny, there was cotton batting in the battery compartment when he brought it over. I don't understand that. I don't know how that got in there, but oh well. But it has no LED or anything, so it's pretty cool. So I'm going to grab my smoke spray, and this does a piezo horn, so it definitely is from the 80s. So I'm going to grab my spray and we'll give it a test. And then I'm going to compare it to another Firex I have that I got earlier this year in April. But I'm not going to set that off because it has a louder AC Vibratory horn, and it's older. And I know most of you guys already know what it is anyway. So hold on. We're going to give it a test. It should work. There it goes. Stays on for a bit. Didn't stay on that long, but you heard it. I'm going to try pushing the test button and see if anything happens, but no, see, nothing happens. So I don't know if it's an issue. It just, I don't know. But again, we know it works with test spray. I'm going to try it one more time. So there you go. So that's enough testing for tonight. I'm going to put the phone down for a bit, and then I'm going to grab another detector to do a little comparison between the two. Okay. Alrighty. Now this here is a rare line cord FXC-1 from about 1979. It has an AC Vibratory buzzer horn, so it's much louder. There's a test button. So you can kind of see that there's similarities in the covers. So there you go. Let me put that there. So you can see that they do look the same a little. This one's heavier a little, and this one has a bracket on the back and a long line cord right there. So I got this in April of this year, and this is really, really rare. There was a whole bunch of collectors who got these, and theirs came with boxes and instructions. Mine didn't. Mine was the rare one without the instructions or the box. But that's okay. I still got it, and I'm happy. It went to a collector, so someone who's going to take care of it. But, so here's the back. Now, I never managed to actually get the bracket off this thing. It was very tough, so I just left it on. But here's the backs of the units. Okay, now I'm going to do this. So there's the side of the FXC-1. And then the FX-830. Sorry about that. And you can see it's yellowed. But I did manage to clean it up a little. And there's still a bit of dirt around the side there, right there. And again, there's no label on this thing. Now, I do live in Canada, and I'm going to assume this is a Canadian unit. So I don't know if the label was supposed to be red or green if it's a Canadian unit. So, and again, it says, okay. Oh, reading it upside down. It's, twist off. Yeah, sorry, it's hard to do this when you're on camera here. Hold on. Turn to remove. Sorry about that. Sorry that took a bit. It's hard when you're focusing the camera. So, let me see if this says anything. No, this one didn't. So, and this here has a clear LED. That's the test button there. And this one here has the unique white test button. So they kind of do look similar. I'm just trying to compare these two. These, the grill on this, the cover on this, these look a little farther apart than these. Just kind of comparing. It's interesting. This cover has been around forever, in my opinion. I mean, if this detector is from 1979, roughly, and this one here is from like 85, I'd say between 85 and 88. So that's pretty good housing for a detector. So long-lasting cover, like the oldest kind of cover I've ever seen. So, but it's pretty cool. So, and this obviously has a mechanical horn, and this has a piezo horn, as you heard. So those are the comparisons of the two. But I just wanted to get that out there tonight. And as far as I know, I am the second collector of one of these. I wasn't sure who else has one. James has one. Photoelectric elevator. Sorry if I got the name wrong, but James has one. You know who he is. If you're in the fire alarm panel or the fire alarm forum on Facebook, he has one of these. So, but his is a lot whiter. His is a lot newer. That's how I actually went back and figured out who had one of these, because I knew I'd seen one before on YouTube. Now I'm not sure if anyone else has one, but now I have two Firexes. So, because my collection never had Firexes up until April of this year. So now I've got two of them. So, and again, this is from my friend who was dismantling a motorhome trailer. And again, I'm going to assume this is Canadian, because again, I live in Canada. Well, anyways, take care. You guys have a good night. And we'll talk soon. And I hope you enjoy the video. Bye now.